Merry meet guys, welcome to my channel. I am Houston. I'm gonna do a couple of videos tonight. Apologize for your music. I have my phone beside me, but I'm actually recuperating. This video right here will be a kind of what's up with me. Um, I'll be posting it on Saturday. We're doing it tonight, Friday night. So I'll be posting it tomorrow morning. This video I wanted to kind of do a personal update of what I've been through um, the past 3 days. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you've noticed or you knew that I was admitted to the hospital late Tuesday night. I had a Crohn's flare-up. I've been diagnosed with Crohn's disease since I was 17 years old. Actually, this Labor Day weekend will make 9 years. 8 or 9 years? No, this will be 8 years. Yeah, last year was 7. So this will be my 8-year anniversary of being diagnosed with Crohn's. Um, and actually, I'm pretty proud of myself because, and I apologize for the wiggling. You're on my pillows. But I'm pretty proud of myself. My last flare-up when I was here in Charleston, um, and for those who don't understand flare-ups with chronic Crohn's disease, it's an inflammation disease. Um, so my uh, it attacks my lower intestines, and I have part colitis and colitis, so I have like polyps and stuff in my intestines from scar tissue and things from my last flare-ups. So what happens is my immune system attacks my lower intestines, thinking there's something wrong when because it's overstressed. So it thinks that there's something wrong with my lower intestines when they're not, and it causes partial blockages in my lower intestines, and that is what happened. Or full blockage. I have never gotten to where my intestines is completely blocked. Thank the gods, I have never gotten to that part, because if I do, I don't want to say when, if I do, they would have to do surgery on me, and I don't want that to happen. So what happened is it was a very stressful. I went through a lot of stress a couple weeks, and I thought I had it under control, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I thought it was maybe and I apologize if this goes into a little bit TMI for some people, but we are talking about a stomach illness, so if it gets gross, I mean, you can click off of it, you can give me a thumbs down, whatever, but I'm just going to be real. I thought that I was going through another constipation flare-up because my stomach was hurting really bad. Just sharp pains in my, you can't see it, but it's right below my rib cage and like where my gut starts. I'm a big guy. So there's sharp pains right there. And every time I eat something or drink something, even if it's hot liquid or ice cream, which I'm lactose intolerant, so that is bad for me to eat anyway, but anything hot or cold, or any regular food, it would hurt like really bad. And Tuesday night I was at the point of extreme pain, and I was completely nauseated. I tried my best not to upchuck, and I didn't. That's not at the house. And that went all day. I was off Tuesday, so I was trying to get it under control. And then later that night, like I was playing video games, and try to not think about it, because when you think about something, that's when it gets really bad. Really, it worsens for me, at least when I put my mind locked on to a particular situation. I overthink things and I make it worse, and it makes my body react in more of a negative way, especially when I'm sick. Not really the best sick patient. I'm getting better. But I'm not really the best sick patient. So it was around Tuesday night. I think it's around 10 o'clock, 10:30. My partner was not home. He was at work. So I was messaging him, and he told his boss that I was sick and that he had to have his phone with him just in case I ended up going to the hospital. He didn't know where I was and all that jazz. And I told him, I was like, I'm afraid I don't want to sit in the main hospital because I'll be sitting there for hours and hours and hours, and I won't be seen. He's like, well, don't go to the main Trident hospital. Go to a ER that's associated with it, but go to them because I know they're not busy, and I know they'll take care of you. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. So I grabbed a bag, put on some shorts and a t-shirt, and mostly PJs, and set out for, excuse me, that was a little bit too much. I have my phone on shuffle, but set out to the Centerpoint Trident driving my car. Um, and I know people are probably going to say, you're sick, you're nauseous, why were you behind the wheel? I didn't have any medication in my system. I was completely fine. I was cognizant. I was nauseous, but with me having a stomach illness, nausea, and stomach pain, it's not something I can't work under or drive under. I've done it for years. Usually without peppermint. I didn't think of buying peppermints when I bought ginger ale in the Gatorade at a Sunoco earlier that day. I didn't think of buying like Altoids or anything, but I made my way up to the Trident, the ER, the off-branch ER, and I got admitted right away. There was no one in the waiting room, so they took me back to a room, and they did a CAT scan on my stomach, on my intestines, and they found that I had two partial blockages in my lower intestines that were due to stress and my Crohn's disease. So it was basically a flare-up. And they started the IV on me, and I got transferred later that morning. I left that hospital by ambulance around 5 o'clock, 5:15. I arrived at the other one around 5:25, 5:30 on Wednesday morning. And I just got home last night. So I've been in the hospital for 2.5 days. They put me on a steroid to help my immune system calm down so it's not attacking my intestines. And I have a follow-up with a gastroenterologist, Gastro Doctor, and a family doctor. I met two of them there. Two doctors I have to follow up with. Because unfortunately I don't have a primary care physician here in Charleston. And I thought it was really funny when I met with the Gastro Doctor. He asked me, "Isn't it expensive to keep coming back to the hospital for this?" And I was like, "Truthfully, no, it's not." He was like, "What do you mean by that?" I was like, "I can make this in payments." My last Gastro Doctor wanted me to pay like $200 or $300 per visit, and that's per infusion. That wasn't really working. And when I told him that it wasn't working, I wanted to try something different. When I came out of a procedure, I came out of something telling him that I didn't want to do it. He told my partner when I was waking up that we're still going to continue with this medication regimen, even though you can't pay for it. We'll do payment plans. And I told him, it's like, this is the last time I'm seeing you. You're not listening to what I'm saying. So I hope this doctor, he seemed like an asshole, but I hope this doctor listens to me at least. And then he asked me the question. He's like, when was the last time you were in here? And I was like, the last time I was in here for a Crohn's flare-up was in 2013. So it's been 3 years since, and about this time too, 3 years since I've been in the hospital for Crohn's. He's like, how did you manage Crohn's disease without having medication? I was like, I watch my stress intake, I watch what I eat, I do homeopathic healing methods, herbs, teas, well, I didn't tell him energy working, but I was about to. Then he gave me that look, so I just, this is kind of like a ramble video, so, but after I told him that it was 3 years, he basically shut up with the whole price shit. He was trying to ask me, is it more expensive to go to the hospital instead of keeping up with the Gastro Doctor? And I was like, no, because I haven't been in the hospital or anything like that for 3 years. So he kind of shut up after that. And then he walked out, he thought about it. He told me what he was going to do, and I'm going to finalize it with him when I meet him next month. So yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date if you would like to know what's going on with me. As of right now, in the hospital, I was on a clear liquids diet, moving up slowly to solid food. This is the second day I could have solid food. So yesterday I had last night's dinner. That was my eating solid food for dinner and being able to keep it down was my that was part of my discharge. If I could do that, then I was able to go home. And so I was able to keep my food down and not have pain, and so I'm home. Um, that was around 6 o'clock yesterday. So today I'm eating full foods. I go back to work tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna work my hardest to keep stress out of my life, watch my diet, and continue on my journey to health. So hope you guys kind of enjoyed my little ramble video about my health. I am going to do one or two more recordings tonight, so you're going to see me in the same tank top and same area. I'm probably going to do one or two episodes of The Book Witch, because I said I was going to do one every week. I do have one book set aside that I'm going to review, and then I may do an Oracle deck, so be on the lookout for that. And until I see you guys next time, many blessings.